Good evening once again, and I welcome you all to my education channel, The Guru Upanishad English Classes. Okay, today the topic for discussion in this video is figure of speech. Okay, figure of speech series 1. Okay, series by series we will be knowing about figure of speech. Okay, all of you must have heard figure of speech is an important part of literature. Okay, students, figure of speech is simply a phrase or word. Okay, is simply a phrase or word which gives a different meaning than its literal one. Which gives a different meaning than its literal one. Okay. Generally, we use these figures of speech to compare between the things or to express the similarities. We use figure of speech in our literature to compare between the things as well as to express similarities. Moreover, many of the poets use figure of speech in their poem just to lay an emphasis upon the idea that they want to present. Okay, that they want to convey. Okay, figure of speech is simply a rhetorical way of writing. It is a rhetorical way of writing. So, by the discussion we come to a conclusion that figure of speech is just a different style of comparing things, okay, or expressing similarities. Next, it gives different meaning than the literal one, okay, and it is a rhetorical way which lays an emphasis upon the message conveyed. Simply, it brings attraction to the readers. Reader are got attracted by different way of language writing. Okay, by different of figure of speech included into the classics, into the literature. Okay, so students, we will be just discussing some of the figure of speech, okay, that you may find in your poems or in your classics, in your notebooks, textbooks. Okay, series by series. Okay, first common figure of speech that you might have heard is simile. Okay, that is simile. First figure of speech that you might have heard is simile. Simile is just comparing things using as or like. Okay, using as or like. Simile. What is simile? When we compare two things by using as or like, okay, then we use simile there, such as you fought like a lion, okay, in the battlefield. Okay, you fought like a lion in the battlefield. Students, here we can see that somebody has been comparing with lion. Somebody is being compared, okay, with lion. Okay, somebody's way of fighting, that how did one fought, was exactly similar to that of lion. Okay, and we have compared like as using like. Okay, so this type of comparison in which we compared one thing to different thing, okay, to different similar thing using as or like is called simile. Some more example, let me write here for you. My heart is like a singing bird. Okay, my heart is like a singing bird. Okay, here again we are comparing heart with a singing bird. Okay, I will tell you some more examples, students, so that you can understand very clearly. Like is my heart sank. Students, my heart sank as the Titanic. Okay, as the Titanic. Again here, my heart, the way that heart sank like is being compared to that of Titanic. Okay, some common similes that we hear often: as black as coal. Okay, as big as elephant. These are also some common simile. Okay, but when you come into the upper classes, okay, in your poem you can find these type of sentences, these type of figure of speech, okay, that put a special emphasis upon your reading. Okay, so I hope you understand simile. Simile is just a comparing, okay, using as or like. Simile is just a comparing of two different things, okay, using as and like. Okay, next student that we shall discuss in second is metaphor. Okay, that is metaphor. Okay, metaphor is again comparing the things. Okay, simile and metaphor has similarities in both of them. Simile is also in fact the whole figure of speech is comparing the things. Okay, as I have already written in the notes, a style of comparing things. Okay, so in metaphor we also compare things, but we don't try to compare using as or like. We directly refer the thing. We directly refer the thing a name. Okay, such as simile, use of simile was you fought like a lion. But when I will use metaphor, I will write like this: you were a lion in the battlefield. Now here, students, I am not comparing. Okay, I am not comparing you with lion, but I am directly addressing that you were a lion. Okay, some more examples. Shadow will fade one day. Students, shadow has been used here. Okay, I say that shadow will fade one day, but by the use of this shadow, I don't mean the shadow that you can see on your screen falling on the blackboard, whiteboard. I am not speaking of this shadow, but I am speaking of the odd days, the days of sadness. Days of sadness. Okay, so days of sadness will fade one day. It means happiness will arrive one day. Okay, so it is giving a different meaning. It is giving a different meaning than its literal one. It is giving a different meaning than its literal one. I have compared here odd days to shadows. Okay, and not compared but directly called odd days or days of sadness or shadow. So this type of uses is called metaphor, students. Okay, so I hope you understood what is metaphor. Okay, metaphor is also a figure of speech in which we compare two things, but instead of using is or like, we simply render a particular thing a compared name. We simply address a particular thing a compared name. Okay, next I would like to tell you about personification, guys. Personification, this is also a very common figure of speech that you might find in your textbooks. Okay, personification, personify somebody or something. Personify something. Okay, what is meaning of personification? To personify something, it means making a living thing act like making a non-living thing. Okay, making a non-living thing to act like a living thing. Okay, such as cloud. Okay, cloud is a non-living thing, but many times poet use cloud as a living thing. Okay, they express in their poem cloud acting as a living thing, such as cloud broke into tears. Okay, it means it was raining. It means it was raining. It is giving a different meaning than its literal meaning. Okay, we are talking of rain. Is it clear? We are talking of rain. But here a non-living thing has been made to act like a living thing, because only living thing can break into tears. Okay, so this type of uses, students, this type of use of figure of speech is called personification. Okay, some more example I would like to give you. Honesty has its own stand. Okay, honesty has its own stand. Here now this has been spoken as this is acting itself, and it wants to witness its stand. Honesty wants to witness its stand. Okay, so these type of use can be said as personification, guys. Okay, you might be remembering very famous poem of Robert Frost, in which he has used personification. He has personified two road. Okay, he had used the line, okay, and the other, okay, was grassy. Okay, and wanted wear. It means the Robert Frost has here tried to make that road personified, has personified that road, that it was willing like a human being, like a living thing that we will. Okay, that it was willing like a living being, somebody shall pass by that road. Okay, so this is called personification, guys. Now next I would like to tell you about alliteration. Okay, number 4 will be alliteration, that is also sometimes called repetition. Okay, now what is repetition or alliteration, guys? Alliteration is also a figure of speech in which same constant sound is used repeatedly. Okay, in which same constant sound is used repeatedly throughout the poem, throughout the story, then it means that their alliteration has been used. Okay, such as big black bear. Okay, behind the big black bear behind the bars. Okay, now here the constant sound of B, okay, has been used repeatedly in the line. Okay, so we have used alliteration here. We have repeated same constant sound. Okay, such as blah blah, Baba black bear. It is Baba black sheep. Now again we have used same consonant sound, okay, many times in a sentence. So this type of use is called alliteration. You must have heard several of people singing some particular type of rhymes, such as खड़क सिंह के खड़कने से खड़कती हैं खिड़कियां, खिड़कियों के खड़कने से खड़कता है खड़क सिंह. What is this? ख ख ख ख ग, repetition of same thing. That is the alliteration. Okay, चंदू के चाचा ने, I don't remember this rhyme completely, but it was like that. Okay, Peter bought a butter, but the butter was bitter. Okay, this type of, there is also a phrase. Okay, so what is this? इसमें ब bitter butter, better butter, bitter butter, better butter का repetition है. So this is called alliteration. Okay, so this type of special use to draw the reader's attention, okay, to particular sort of thought, particular sort of notion, okay, is called figure of speech. There are many more figure of speech such as pun, hyperbole, okay, paradox. There are many more when that we will learn into my next video. Till then, if you love to learn with me, please like, share and subscribe, okay, and support me guys, so that I will be making more videos for you. And till then, be updated with me. All the best. Goodbye.